Welcome, one and all, to the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast for our preview and prediction of Royal Rumble. Folks, I am your King of Extreme, Phil KOE, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that makes the other podcast cower, the prince and potentate of the political parlance, the lord of the Scottish Highlands, one damn handsome man if I do say so myself, your King of Extreme, Phil KOE. You can, of course, find me not only here at Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast on YouTube and Spotify, but also KOE Nation on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and Twitter. And I am joined this evening for this Royal Rumble prediction by my indomitable broadcast partners, the one, the only,
the 15-time Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast champion, quadruple distilled, non-chill filtered, your blend master of ceremonies, Tony fucking G. And you can find me all over my socials and all of the podcast iterations that I grace with my presence at Linktree/Tony the Rod. And we are here once again for the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast's annual Royal Rumble preview predictions. And tomorrow, the recap, review, reactions, and watch along. And we are also joined this evening by a former champion in his own right, the one, the only,
your 10-time Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast champion. I think 2024 might be the year we finally take Tony, off that high horse he's been on, the head of the table, as it seems, over the last year. I think tonight might be the night. No, I will not. Not tonight.
You will.
Anyway, I am Chicken. Find me at Bark Cluck on Twitter. Looking forward to Royal Rumble, despite all the noise. Let's call it.
Yeah. There's stuff.
There's a lot of it.
There's been things that have happened. A few things. Like where to even start or where to begin.
Well, we're going to start with the Royal Rumble, and then after that, whatever, we can talk about the things that are just like, this has been a really strange and ugly week for wrestling in WWE.
Not even a week, like 2 days.
Yeah.
A few days, really.
Yeah. The Rock is
we
in
live Wednesday, and that wasn't enough. We could have gone live last night with updates on that, and then today, Vinnie Mac. Holy shit.
We will get to that. And I'm sure Walrads will be in the comments talking about how Vince is innocent, I'm sure. I'm going to be a little disappointed.
Same kind of patience for him as he did Jericho.
Yeah. Let's just say, boy, there's been a little bit of shift on the board. I mean, The Rock is sitting on the TKO board, and Vinnie Mac ain't.
Yeah.
We'll get more into that, because holy mother of mackerel, is there more to get into on that? Okay, that's the main event for this, but we will get into the Royal Rumble, which puts us on the road to WrestleMania. Yes. So this is like, and let's be frank, guys, this is the one time of the year where you really can't, like, anything can actually happen. Like SummerSlam, you can almost like book it by the numbers. The Survivor Series match used to be a thing. Money in the Bank is a pretty good match, but you can usually kind of tell. What's that?
It used to amount to something.
Yep.
Now it's just a prop to carry around and never actually cash in.
Yeah, now the Royal Rumble is a really marquee pay-per-view that really, like, it kind of sets the entire pace. And I was watching a video with Maven. I didn't get to finish it, but I just got into the first little bit of the Royal Rumble. They start booking it immediately after SummerSlam. Like, it's shocking.
Can I interject on that? Because I don't think they really work on graphics at all anymore. Like, they've been booking for how long? Now, granted, tonight there's 4 matches, and WWE a year ago, maybe even 2 years ago, like, we used to be in awe of their production quality and like all the stuff they did to present and prepare, and ahead of the matches, the fight card. Like, I am disappointed. So I was tasked by myself right before we started. I was like, I'm gonna find graphics for everything. Go ahead and start the show. I'll find graphics. Dude, this is sad. We'll get into it as we start the matches, but literally 3 graphics tonight. that
Yeah,
are worthy.
Lynn was asking, is this live? Yeah, it's live.
Yes, we're live.
It is.
Scallion ne'er-do
But
well.
it's nothing you're interested in, Lynn. You
Yeah,
Oh, he loves
whatever.
nerd.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, there's 4 matches, but a lot of things to get into involving these 4 matches.
Well,
So,
there's really
Tony, as the champion,
like,
I'm gonna
2
let you
matches.
pick the first match.
So we're gonna get out of the way the very, very quick picks. The 2 singles matches. Yeah, we've got 4 matches. We've got 2 Rumble matches, the women's and the men's, and we've got the U.S. title and the undisputed Universal title 4-way. So we're gonna start here with the U.S. Championship. Logan
This
Paul
is one of the graphics, by the way.
defending against Kevin Owens. This is a
Like-
match that I kind of expected to maybe be on WrestleMania, but they're doing it here. So
No, this isn't a
I'm kinda
WrestleMania match.
interested. Okay, well, I don't know what else either men are going to do at WrestleMania. So this
LA
is kind of
Knight.
surprising.
Logan Paul's
Maybe-
gonna drop the belt to LA Knight at WrestleMania.
Well, and that's kind of where I'm thinking, because who else would you
Yeah.
go with other than Kevin Owens? And I think you're right. It kind of has to be LA Knight. So this is to give
Or we
Logan
could
Paul a title
underutilize Bobby
defense.
Lashley for another year.
I was about to say,
don't see that.
like, you could just give him the U.S. But here's the thing: Vince is gone, so there's nobody to. Oh, we gotta keep the
Oh.
belt on him for at least 14 months, pal. So, yeah, that is a new paradigm there. But okay, Chicken, you were saying earlier in text that you were going to take Kevin Owens, and so I'm
Yeah,
sure that's your pick, right?
Kevin Owens to get pinned. Yes, yes.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. I've got Logan Paul as well. And
Yeah,
I mean, the real
Jake
question
Paul
is,
comes out. That's the only question in this.
how expensive is the Pokemon card going to be that he wears to the ring?
At least
that's
$1 million.
And that is a real sentence, folks. I never thought I would
Yeah.
ever say when we started Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast. I told Tony right before we went
Oh, when
live,
Pokemon came out.
I guarantee you, Tony, I am never going to say the sentence, I wonder how expensive a Pokemon card Logan Paul is going to come to the ring with. And son of a biscuit, here we are.
Yeah, that didn't happen. This is who do you have? and why is
Well,
it
aren't
Logan
you
Paul?
just a little salty this evening, Mr. Salt?
The only question in this match is, does Jake Paul make his first real big splash? Does he screw Kevin Owens so they can keep this feud going?
Steven's got the right idea. Kevin Owens jobs like a motherfucker.
Yep,
This-
yep. He's here to just get some camera time with a superstar.
This is basically just to give Logan Paul some credibility, because they haven't done jack shit with it since he really won the belt, other than him whoring it out on social media on his own. So
He put it over his cock.
yeah, and that was great. I think that's great. That's brilliant. But they haven't really made him do anything on TV. So
Now, was
what
it
have you
just
done to
like
your
Shawn
belt?
Michaels, or was it just him just being weird?
It was both. It was all of the above.
Okay.
Tony, have
Okay.
you
He did a lot
showered
of
with
poses.
Have you showered with your belt?
Let's
Tony.
not get into that right now. We've
Okay.
all got
Okay.
Logan
So,
Paul.
so moving,
Pictures or it didn't happen.
Chicken, moving right along. Okay. So the next match. So let's be frank. Yeah, Kevin Owens, we love you, but you have no hope in this match. None.
No,
Zero.
Yeah, this is zero chance Kevin Owens. So yeah, all Logan Paul. No big surprises here. Let's move on to the undisputed Universal Championship. The big dog, the head of the table, Roman Reigns defending against 3 other men: AJ Styles, LA Knight, and Randall Keith Orton. So
See,
this one is
allow,
interesting.
gentlemen, allow me
It
for
is
a
not.
moment here.
It's not
Because here's the thing, your Roman Reigns, your tribal chief, here he is taking on 3 men at the same time. So people say Roman hasn't really defended. He's making up for it all at once right here. He's making up for at least 10 months worth of challengers right here in one match. Okay. He's all about efficiency, your tribal chief. Okay. And despite the odds against him, he's got a 1 in 4 chance of walking away. He's got a 3/4 chance of losing. Despite all of that, Your tribal chief is going to overcome all odds. Your tribal chief is going to raise his hand and retain his title at WrestleMania and Royal Rumble. And you, gentlemen, will have to acknowledge him. So yes, I'm picking Roman Reigns.
So, Tony, now that our very own personal Paul Heyman is finished with his pick, why do you have Roman Reigns?
I'm just glad he almost let me finish a sentence this time before
you know, I can be pretty nice like that.
Thanks, Phil. Yeah, it's Roman Reigns.
No, you need to. No, it's going to be Roman. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. Tony's just, I'm done.
It's going to be Roman Reigns because this would be the most ridiculously bad, stupid, very bad, no good, awful way to end a historic run right before WrestleMania and tank that entire storyline by having him drop it in a fatal four-way at the Rumble. Nobody thinks this is going to go any other way but that way. And I'm sorry. I know there's a sect of people out there that think, no, Randy Orton's going to win this. And then they have this crazy fantasy booking idea in their head. And they're wrong. It's Roman Reigns because nobody actually wants to see anybody but Roman Reigns win this, no matter what you say.
So the real question here is this is the tiebreaker between me and Chicken. But no, hang on, Chicken, who you got?
Yet, you asshole. This is
the just trying to run past.
Please take Randy.
Yeah. Outside of the U.S. title, which is pretty predictable, I still think this one is the most predictable. It's going to look like Randy is about to win it. Oh my God, Randy's going to pin either AJ or somebody, and there'll be interference, and then Roman Reigns will end up pinning LA Knight. So there you go. There's the tiebreaker pick I have. I think LA Knight's here just to eat the pin.
Okay. All right. Good. A little bit of difference because I'm saying the only reason AJ Styles is in this match is to eat a pin. So, all right. You and I got a tiebreaker.
One of them. So, yeah, I'm good with it.
No, it's only AJ. But all right. All right. Well,
I agree. It's going to be AJ that eats. I don't think you can pin LA Knight here.
You don't count, champ.
Especially if Logan Paul is going to have to face LA Knight at Mania.
Exactly.
You've got to keep LA Knight strong here.
Yep. So
I just don't think it matters.
Yeah, it's not going to matter. It really isn't. So, all righty. Well, gentlemen, now we move on to the Royal Rumble matches. And
I got the best graphic in the world for this, guys. You get ready? Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Y'all ready for this?
Dun, 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 dun,
boy, man, you fucking outdid yourself here.
Wow.
This is what WWE put on their website for the men's and the women's Royal Rumble matches.
Okay, thank goodness they told us everything we needed to know. Who it's presented by, all four sponsors, and the start time.
Oh no, there's perfect. I was trying to get our faces bigger, but guys, that's actually perfect.
Oh dear God!
Oh, see, you still got Big Phil here.
What?
Okay. We'll just move around.
I can actually feel Tony's pain as we're just.
I don't know that you can. I don't know that you can feel it on the level I wish you could feel it right now.
You're what now?
It's okay. You just don't worry about it, Phil.
Okay.
Okay, while we're saddened over this, I did find a better graphic we'll actually use for this, for both the men's and women's, because somebody created one and it wasn't WWE, but this is better. Okay.
All right. Fantastic.
Lydia's
we're gonna start with the women's Royal Rumble because I think that's probably gonna be the opening match more than likely. You've got to split the two crazy long matches up. Honestly, I'm guessing there's going to be another match added to this show by the time SmackDown's over tonight, and I don't really care about it. It's going to be a random tag team match just for filler's sake. But regardless, I think the women's Royal Rumble will start the evening because it just kind of has to. So with that being said, for both Rumble matches, we will be picking a surprise entrant worth 1 point. And then we'll be making 3 separate picks on who we think will win the Royal Rumble, both matches. One worth 3 points, one worth 2 points, and one worth 1 point. So we're going to start with the women's 1 point winner. I'm going to go ahead and say my first pick for the number 1 point in the women's Royal Rumble. Maybe a bit of a name you didn't expect, but I'm going to go with Jade Cargill.
Oh, nice. Nice pick. I'm just going to be honest with you, Tony, since you're writing it down. That was my 1 point pick as well.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That's also my surprise entrant pick. So I'm turning that one into a potential 2 point pick. So, yeah, math, folks. I can math too.
So I'm taking a long shot on this one because the only way we're going to dethrone Tony this year is to grow some balls and try to do something different. I'm going to reach deep into the sack, and this is probably not going to happen, but Sasha Banks.
Ooh. That's that was one I was considering as well.
A non-zero chance, but it's closer to zero than not.
Yeah, but she's been talking about how she's never coming back, so oh fuck, she might be coming back tonight. So yeah, that's the way the wrestling industry works. Yeah. All right. If it's all right with all y'all, do you want me to take the number 2?
What's your 2 point?
I've never really been into, when there's man on woman violence in the WWE, but I think in this instance, the number 2, no, Tony, not Santina Morella. No, it's going to be the man, Becky Lynch, as your number fucking 2 point pick.
Okay.
Right, bravo, isn't it?
This one might bury me. For my number 2, I'm going Jade Cargill as my number 2.
Whoa.
Ooh, okay.
Wow.
All right.
I like it. The balls. I'm actually going to go my number 2. This one, I could have gone either way here, but I'm going with Bayley for my number 2 point pick to win the Royal Rumble. I think the storyline has kind of been set up this way heading into Mania. Eventually, this is going to kind of boil down. I think she's really the only remaining horsewoman to not really get that big like marquee moment.
W.
Yeah. I feel like it's time. So I think Bayley's a strong contender to win this match. So I'm picking her at my number 2 point.
Okay, I'll rip the Band-Aid off on number 3.
I think you and I have the same pick, Chicken.
My 3 point pick. No, we don't. I don't think Bayley's going to win. Everybody's got her as the favorite. I think this is the one where the storyline finishes. She gets fucked over. You don't have to have her win to continue to have a good story. She's been losing for 2 years straight. Who cares if she wins this one? And she's still in contention. And she's still in the drama line. So she doesn't have to win this. And she can still have a WrestleMania moment. So for that, I'm going with Becky to be my 3 point pick. I don't even consider Bayley in contention, mainly because she disappointed me all last year.
Okay.
I actually had Bayley as my 3 point originally, but I'm like, you're right, Chicken. Like, you don't have to have her win it just to get to Mania. The match they want to do more than anything else is Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch.
And eventually, Becky and Rhea is what you want. And then you get Io and Bayley. Bayley doesn't have to win this to fight against Io Sky. Like, they just have to have the breakup.
Guys, Walrads came in. We said, okay, I'm waiting for Walrads to come in and say how Vince McMahon, innocent until proven guilty, and you're going to be his biggest fan. Welcome back, Walrads. Welcome back.
But yeah, I'm also going to go with Becky Lynch as my 3 point because you've got such a easy way of setting up Rhea and Becky, and I'd be shocked if that doesn't possibly headline night one. I think if you play it right with a big win here in the Rumble and you really, really go full force with this storyline, this could be really something special, but it has to start here. And I think, because I don't think Bayley is going to have the same impact winning the Rumble to get to Mania. It's not the same story. And the build for that match isn't going to be the same. With Rhea and Becky, Becky's still got enough of a name and an affection with the fans that a win here justifies her going into Mania and probably putting over Rhea Ripley. So I think this is a no-brainer. Becky Lynch has to be your 3-point pick here.
Wow. All right, guys. I'm going with conventional wisdom, and I'm picking Bayley. I'm going with the conventional wisdom here, the safe pick, and this one might really put me heavily ahead. To be behind.
Yep.
Well, we'll see. Hey, guys,
so, you know, surprise entrances, because I know I had Jade and
mine's Jade.
I know I had Jade and Sasha. They're not my surprise.
Who's your surprise?
I don't know if I want to do this. Maybe I should pick one of them.
It's done you good in the past. Fucking Nia Jax, piece of shit.
Yeah, I was about to say, please pick Nia Jax again.
Now, what are your?
We know she's going to be in it.
Oh, okay. Damn it.
I'm going to defer on this one. I'll wait until I hear some others.
My 1-point pick and my surprise is both Jade Cargill. So that's that. I'm being all strategical like.
Well, I've got like 4 names I could pick as my surprise, and I'm trying to talk myself out of any of them, and I'm struggling with this. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with AJ Lee.
I knew it. Oh, AJ Lee, that is a good pick.
That was on my list too.
That is a good pick. She would be my number 4 to win also, if there was such a thing. Maybe. So, all right. So we have our picks for the women.
No,
Royal.
We don't. Chicken still has to pick a surprise.
Oh. No, he doesn't.
Don't worry, Phil. We'll
he doesn't need that point. Stuff. Fuck him. He doesn't need him. Walrads, thank you. It's great to be here. I just want to be the voice. Chicken's looking up who's getting into town. Chicken's Googling it. He's cheating. You cheaty cheater. But when has the sheets ever steered you wrong, guys? Thank you. It's just great to be here.
I'm gonna.
I just want to be the voice of reason. 99% of every wrestling journalist has condemned this man. I believe in innocent until proven guilty. Cody Hale, AJ Lee comes back after surprise entrance.
What I went with.
Walred, a simple session of restless court, or a quick review of the discipline committee will surely say this has all been a misunderstanding.
It has. It's totally just a misunderstanding.
Oh, fuck. Don't ever change, Walrad. We love you. We fucking love you. All right.
Okay, so. Hang on. Phil, calm down. Hang on.
I don't think I can.
If you're chicken.
I know.
If you're struggling,
that's why I knew this was going to be. Shush. Jesus. I knew Phil wouldn't be able to fucking let us get this done in 30 minutes. I'm just going to play it safe. We'll just keep it with Jade Cargill. That'll be my surprise entrance pick.
Okay.
There.
Okay.
Boom. We can move on from that.
Well, Reds, I've been blocked from almost every wrestling shot because they won't let me speak my opinion. My opinion is dangerous for them, but all I have is questions. You know, well, Red, like you and me both, sir. I've been banned in so many corners of the internet, and all I'm doing is just asking questions and trying to get to the truth. Isn't that right, T? I'm just a kid. I'm just an innocent kid, right? All right. So, gentlemen. The men's.
To the men's. Okay, let me change graphics. Oh, wait, never mind.
Yeah, it's there. So let's start off with the 1-point pick, right, T? All right. Tony, as champion, you can pick who goes first or if you want to go first.
Well, now I have to talk over Phil because nobody else is going to.
I know. But no, what I'm saying is
work on me, T.
Tony as the champion. Tony, this is fun.
Painful.
This is fun. Walrat, that's why I relate so well with you. KOE is the last bastion for the true wrestling fan. The blizzard that was outside your house is now our wrestling community. Yes! Yes, this man gets it. This man understands, you philosopher king, you Walrads. Tony's like, Phil, are you typing on your phone? No. Walrads is awesome.
All right. Men's Royal Rumble match. Our 1 point picks. Who would like to go first?
Champ, you get a call who goes first.
He speaks.
He's pointing at the belt, so that means that okay. He wants me to go first for my 1 point pick.
Phil's gonna pick MJF.
God, I wish. No,
I know,
I'm doing the same thing with the men's Royal Rumble that I am the women's Royal Rumble. My 1 point pick is also my surprise entrant, and it is a man who is truly electrifying. If you smell what The Rock is cooking. Yeah, The Rock.
Not a bad 1 point or surprise entrance. That's
Yep.
especially after today's news.
Cody Hale said would love to see MJ. Yeah, you need a fucking shot in the arm. You need something like that. And so I'm going The Rock. Now, Champ, who goes next? You or Chicken? All right, Chicken.
So this has been really tough. I have really examined this several different ways. I'm gonna go Gunther as my 1 point.
Nice.
It's at first he was my 3 point pick 2 days ago, but all this shit happened, and now I'm like, oh well, fuck. And then the leak happened of what the leak that happened was exactly what I thought was gonna fucking happen. I was like, that's too perfect. I can't go with any of that. So I had to change all my picks. So the last like 48 hours has been very tumultuous for me.
T, what you got?
And then Vince McMahon news on top of it. Go ahead, T. I'll shut up.
Is it my turn? Am I allowed to talk?
Yeah, Phil's
again?
on the phone. I'm going to call him.
Oh, okay. That'd be great. Anyway, so yeah, my number 1 point pick doesn't actually matter because I don't think this person has any fucking hope whatsoever at all, period, of winning the Royal Rumble. It's a 2-horse race, in my opinion, and I'm just putting this name out there because why not? I'm giving you my number 1 point pick is Cody Rhodes. He has 0 shot of winning it.
Yeah, 0 shot.
Oh, your 1 point pick is Cody.
And it might as well be 0 because he's not going to win it.
He's not going to win.
Okay, well, on that note, my 2 point pick, adrenaline in my soul, WWE sent Cody Rhodes and made Tony Khan pissed off. Whoa! Yes. Cody Rhodes is my 2 point pick, actually. Really throwing a Hail Mary pass out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. That story's
not going to work.
Never going to end.
The never-ending story. Yep. Unfortunately. Oh, yeah.
I didn't
guys.
even put Cody in my top 3. And Phil, I loved your 1 point pick so much. It is my 2 point pick.
Ooh.
The Rock. As a surprise entrance and winner, he'll probably come in at number 30 and just clean house. And then we can like boost up ratings and forget about Vince McMahon, since the news article came out that says WWE employees are told to lay low. So what better to fix this over the next 2 months than build The Rock versus Roman, the head of the table against the head of the board, the tribal chief against The Rock.
Oh my God.
Like, why wouldn't you do this right now? It's going to make you fuck tons of money. You don't have to wait till next year. Cody can shut the fuck up and he can play around with, I don't know, CM Punk for WrestleMania, and they can still both have a moment or whatever. You can make whatever you want. Like, they can have moments, but you don't have to let WWE be tarnished by whatever. I know I'm so sorry, Walrads. I'm not saying I believe all the news. Okay. I want his day in court. I want to hear it all. I want to know what happened. I saw the text messages though, and goddamn. But that said,
He's got that dog in him.
I think The Rock, over what's happened over the last couple days, you have to do it now. You can't wait a year. You have to put The Rock in there with Roman. You build this up. You blow everything over. You let all this shit get behind you. And with the new endeavor and Rock being on the board, like, God, make some money. Make some money now in case this shit goes south.
Yeah. All right. The mind of Z asked, do you think Hulk Hogan will be at Royal Rumble? Personally, I hope not. I don't think he will.
He's here.
He will not.
He's here. He's with me. He's not going.
He actually just helped somebody get out of a flipped over car the other day. And could you imagine that? Like, you fucking, somebody's pulling you out of a car accident and it's fucking Hulk Hogan.
I got my.
Tony's like, is that true? Maybe. Can we all say bye-bye Vince too? You know, Vince, yeah, we gave him a send-off the last, I think it was 2 firings ago.
Happy 40th, brother.
Yeah. Walrads goes, now hear me out. My pick to win Royal Rumble is Vince McMahon. This whole thing is going to work to throw you off from thinking he will enter the Rumble. Undesirable to undesirable 2 times. Undesirable to undeniable 2-time champ. Oh,
he's gonna be back in 6 months and go, I got some bad advice again.
Yeah, motherfucker still owns a lot of stock. He can still force his way back into a lot of shit.
He is the no chance in hell meme now.
So, all right.
Go ahead, Tony. What you got?
Well, now that you've both unrealistically picked The Rock, I'm glad you both did that, because The Rock's not going to be in the Royal Rumble. He's not going to win the Royal Rumble. He's not going to make an appearance. It's not happening. He doesn't have to do that to get the match with Roman at WrestleMania. You can just make that match. You don't have to sacrifice the Royal Rumble and give it to The Rock, which the fans will fucking
That's why he's not my number one
hate.
pick.
They will fucking hate it because it's they
fuck
expect
you. They
the
will.
Royal Rumble to be somebody.
They would hate seeing
on
The Rock.
the
Oh, it would
roster.
just be awful.
Oh, anyway, so yeah, they would really kind of be disgusted by the fact that a guy that hasn't had a match in over a decade, technically, comes in, wins it at number 30. They would kind of reject that, because if you remember correctly, the last time The Rock was really impactful on the Royal Rumble, it was a disaster. Hence, you know, that 2015 thing with Roman Reigns. So they're still going to have that bad taste in their mouth. So if The Rock comes out at 30 and just beats whoever's left after a great match, they're going to kind of reject that as not something they wanted to see. So
Unless
the
it's not a
smarter
great
move
match.
would be you just make the fucking match. You don't have to gimmick it up. It's The Rock. You just set the match. We've been expecting it for the better part of 4 years. He doesn't have to win the Rumble. So my number 2 pick is going to be CM Punk.
Number 2 pick. All right. Chicken?
3-point pick. The best in the world.
Shane McMahon. Got it.
Oh, no. Dick.
No, he's writing it down. It's Shane
I'm
McMahon.
sorry. No, you said the best in the world.
Right.
And that's been established. It's Shane McMahon.
Has it been?
He won a tournament.
Yes, he won a trophy stating it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you know who I'm talking about. CM Punk is gonna be my 3-point pick. It's the one that makes the most sense no matter what, because it's still gonna make you money. You don't have to expose The Rock to any type of bullshit. You can continue all the stories. Cody can get, you know, a little back burner thing and keep a feud going for a year, because Cody, let's be honest, Cody's not finishing the story for 5 more fucking years. I'm on Phil's bandwagon right now. This
Roman
is
Sammartino.
fucking Roman Sammartino era. It's
Knowledge.
not ending for at least 2 more
Acknowledge
years.
him, Tony.
2 more
Acknowledge
years
him.
at least. We are dealing with Roman Reigns as champion. This ain't ended.
You don't have to like him. You don't even have to enjoy him, but you will
Cody
acknowledge
will.
him.
Cody will finish the story, but it's at least 2 to 3 years out. Maybe 5.
Exactly. Thank you. Chicken's now on board with the Roman Sammartino train. So,
Yeah,
Tony,
that's not going to happen.
Here's the thing. Like, we all know Triple H loves these long stories, which we do too. It's more intriguing. It's been more fun. The bloodline itself was so fun. The Sammy story was so fun. Like, so many things. Now, granted, let's say maybe the last like 4 months have been a little blah. But it's this long storytelling. Here's my only problem with it and why I think The Rock might be in here. Because sometimes you just have to fucking pull the trigger on something for business needs. And that's why I can't say that we're not in a position where Triple H even knows, oh fuck, we just need to pull the trigger and like move on with something real quick just to get shit
I don't
going.
know how much Triple H is in the decision-making circle these days. It sounds like it's an entirely like it sounds like The Rock is running things more than anybody else that we would know. But all right, we'll just go. My 3-point pick, Chicken. You made some good points, but that's why I think the final two is going to come down to my two. No, it's going to be my 2-point pick and my 1-point pick, or my 3-point pick. I mean to say my 2-point pick, which is Cody Rhodes, and my 3-point pick, which is like Mussolini and Kennedy, a cult of personality. Yes, CM Punk. He's gonna just there. It's gonna look like him and Cody are gonna shake hands. CM Punk kicks him in the balls and throws him over the top rope. Like Mussolini and Kennedy. Yeah, and then the music hits and CM Punk points at the sign. He's the appointed sign pointer that evening. So the winner is going to be classical music Punk.
Okay, so Phil's got Punk at 3, Rhodes at 2, The Rock at 1, and The Rock is your surprise.
Yep.
Chicken, you've got Punk at 3, The Rock at 2, Gunther at 1. Who's your surprise?
Andrade.
That is also my surprise pick, actually.
Not a bad pick there, guys. He's probably coming back pretty soon.
I was going to say earlier before everybody started
Especially with
shitting on me randomly.
Especially with no fucking Brock. Like, you need a monster to come in and kick some ass. So like Andrade return, he throws like 10 people out right away. That'd be great.
Yeah, that's definitely
it's not going to happen. But
yeah, no, Andrade's not.
He'll be in it, but he's not throwing anybody out. Probably.
I know.
Other surprises, I'm just saying, keep your eyes on. Possibly Matt Cardona for a one-off.
Yes.
Ken Shamrock for a one-off.
No.
X-Pac for a nostalgia feel.
Yes.
And also in the women's Rumble, you guys went with really, really just sandbag surprise picks, but AJ Lee, not the safest pick, but I think it's probably going to happen.
It's possible.
That's why I went with it. I also expect an appearance by Alexa Bliss and probably a return for Naomi.
I thought that like Naomi was the one I just couldn't hold on to because I was like, I got to stay safe with Jade in case I'm tied with Phil at that point. Like, I got to keep that tie. And then if Naomi doesn't show up, I lose that tie. I wasn't as confident in Naomi.
Well, the thing is, Chicken, it doesn't matter because AJ's eating the pin. So I'm walking away the champion if it's a tie.
Well, it won't matter because
now
this is going to put me over the
pick,
top.
so.
The number 3 spot of my 3-point Royal Rumble pick will put me over the top and secure a win decisively for me. It's going to be Gunther.
Gilbert.
It's not
Gunther. Gunther was my number 3 before.
It's going to be Gunther because, honestly, like I said, it's not going to be Cody Rhodes. He has no shot. The Rock's not even going to be in the match, so it doesn't matter. It's a 2.5. If we had 2.5 picks, I would pick CM Punk and Gunther. It's a coin flip for me. It's going to be one of those two. But I went with Punk as my 2-point and Gunther as my 3 because I think
you're seeing Punk gonna go against fucking Cody.
She didn't just have a kid, mind to see. It's been like 2 months.
It's been a couple months. Yeah. So you're thinking Punk
somebody's first kid
Cody
that's just having
at WrestleMania then?
Yeah, because Alexa Bliss doesn't keep herself in shape. That's what I'm saying. Is like you've got
Punk
the
versus
perfect
Cody
making.
at WrestleMania.
I think that's what it builds to. If Punk doesn't win the Royal Rumble, you've got a great opportunity to really shove it up Tony Khan's ass. And on the grandest stage of them all, the two
I agree.
biggest fucking
That was my
losses
original thought.
of AEW, you've got CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes, no belt on the line, and that could fucking headline night one. There's Punk's main event of WrestleMania. That's
The
a
biggest match in
massive fucking match.
AEW history.
But this sets up. This sets up. If you can do Punk versus Cody, that opens the door for The Rock versus Roman, headlining night 2. But it also gives you a very simple and just perfect out for Seth Rollins. If Gunther wins the Royal Rumble, he challenges Seth Rollins for the belt. He wins the belt from Seth in a pretty quick, decisive match. Hell, it could open the fucking show night 1 because we know Seth's hurt and he's got to go away and he can't work a really long match. But no matter how much he wants to, this could be the thing that really puts Gunther up above in that elite tier. And that's what he needs. They need to continue building stars. That's why I went with him over Punk because, like it or not, Punk's an old gunslinger at this point. And as good as that would feel, Punk versus Cody's a better matchup. And Gunther taking the belt off of Rollins, that's the right call. And he would have both the Intercontinental and the World Championship at this point. What a fucking statement that would make. And the best part about that all, you still have a Damian Priest with the fucking cash-in possibly looming in the background. Hell, that could even factor into said match. There's so many possibilities with Gunther winning. And last year, the ending between him and Cody in the Royal Rumble, forget about it. The crowd wanted to see Gunther win, and they're going to get it tomorrow night.
Now, here's something I wonder if, there's only a vague possibility, but what are your thoughts on Fatal 4-Way, Roman holding his finger up high, he's just defended the title, Damian Priest, Money in the Bank comes down, Roman pins him 1, 2, 3 as well, proving how much of a tribal chief he truly is, and that he was able to just defeat all comers at the same time in one night.
Stupid again.
Stupid.
They gotta do something with that briefcase, and they might as well just fucking hey, Roman's he's all about efficiency. He's a Fatal 4-Way and then a cash in and money.
While we're talking Damian Priest, how about the fumble of Finn Balor over another fucking year?
I was about to say, dude, when it's been a half a decade of fumbling a great talent, you can't call it a fumble no more.
I've got to address this. Mind to Z.
Yeah.
Alexa had her baby October 12th. It's been over 3 months. She's fine. She's not falling apart. I know she's tiny, but she's not frail.
And me and Tony are a little bit of marks for Alexa Bliss, so we're totally happy to see her.
But the point is, it's over 3 months.
He's got a bunch of kids, so he's like, nah, this all works. You can.
I do.
Yeah, and 3 months is plenty of time, especially how in shape she is. Oh yeah.
Carmella had her baby. Let's see. I guess it has been a little longer than I thought. She had hers early November, so I don't see Carmella. I don't know that Carmella even has a strong urge to come
when we're
back.
talking about Alexa Bliss, I'm like, who's Carmella? It's I really don't care.
I do expect to see Naomi, though. I think that she's probably the biggest regret in terms of walking out with Sasha because, boy, howdy, who did that work out for the best? Definitely not fucking Naomi, and her husband's still there.
My Sasha thought is when Bayley gets turned on by whatever faction, I can't ever fucking remember the name of the damn faction she's supposed to be in because she's the leader of it, but she sucks and she's not the champion and she loses all the time. Anyway, It's dumb. Nobody cares about that whole damn thing. But her and Io are gonna be a feud, but we gotta have her get kicked out of whatever faction she's called. But we already think Naomi's coming back, and then we're like, oh no, Bayley's gonna be in trouble in this. How awesome would that be as Bayley's being jumped in the middle of the Rumble match, and then all of a sudden Sasha Banks's music hits. And then she comes out, clears the damn ring. And then later on when Sasha and Bailey are getting hurt, and this helps you, Phil, then all of a sudden Naomi's music hits, or vice versa. Like, it's like, that's a cool story to play through. And then whether they'll win it or not, it doesn't matter. People, that'll pop like crazy every time.
That was one thing I almost thought about, like, oh, hello. Oh, we all got to take a drink. Hello, little one.
But yeah, I think that wraps up
AJ Lee and CM Punk both walk away with the Royal Rumble wins as
That'd be
just like
funny.
an office, like, sorry, Punk, we're sorry. We're sorry.
No, there's no reason to bull rush this with Punk. He's working a limited schedule. Like, he's not doing the AEW schedule he was, because his return to WWE was about one thing: have a handful of big time matches. He doesn't have to be the guy giving advice in WWE.
No, he just shows up, grabs the mic, does a little crowd work, says how great he is, how great the crowd is. And then you play his intro music again, and he walks out. He just does that every week. He never actually has to wrestle. It's
Now
great.
imagine him doing that with a belt.
Oh, he'd be like
Yeah.
MJF then. Yeah.
Now, like, I think I'll never forget, like, when Goldberg had that match against Brock where he took the belt off him and everybody was like freaking out because it was just a shove, a spear, and a jackhammer. My thought was, man, you could have done that with Steve Austin, just had him go from city to city holding a belt. If you like the fact that Stone Cold here holding the belt, give me a hell yeah. And Tony, if he would have been within 500 miles, we would have driven there.
Yeah, and it didn't
Yeah.
have to be shit-ass Goldberg, who's single-handedly responsible for ending Bret Hart's career and
damn near killing
a
the
bunch of
Undertaker.
other people's. And Goldberg was never actually good. I'm sorry. Goldberg
Goldberg.
sucks. He's never been good. He's been a terrible
Tony.
wrestler.
Okay, wait, chicken. Wait a minute. Tony, you were there with me December of 2000 when it was a live Nitro and a Monday and a Thursday Night Thunder taping. Both featured Goldberg matches. And you were just as on your feet as everybody else in that arena when Goldberg hit his spear, hit his jackhammer, did his like you were okay. Don't think you were immune to it either.
One time in our
I
lives,
was
you
there.
Yeah, but here's the thing, you
Back
got to
when
remember,
kayfabe mattered.
Phil, you got to remember, I was also high on all the nitrous that they pump into the building to get the crowd excited at WCW. And
This was true.
Conspiracies.
yeah.
Oh God! Now, good times. Good times.
Real quick, those are all of our picks. I know you guys want to
Thank
talk all kinds of news. Whether I don't know how long you're going.
Yeah, we gotta talk for a minute about the Vince stuff. So
I just like literally
How
on my
long's a
drive
minute?
home.
I'll just give one comment on the Vince stuff, and then I'm gonna bow out because I got some like family stuff to go deal with. With the Vince stuff,
Looks like
ladies
some
and
Sony.
gentlemen. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, all I have to say: pay your child support and your hush money payments. You got to do both. If you don't pay those hush money payments, they come back to bite you. Like if you say 3 million and you only pay 1 million, you better make that next payment or it's coming back. Because let's be honest, if he would have made his payments, Vince would still be Vince right now. And none of this would be happening. But he even the most successful, richest men in the world forget to make their payments sometimes. So broke guys like me, feel better about yourself. You missed a fucking a payment and had your like internet shut off one time. You're like, oh God damn it, I feel like an asshole.
That's something you really
Vince
can't.
McMahon missed a payment too. Okay.
You can't really chew
But it
out your
cost
accountant
them-
or your secretary about that. Like, oh, you didn't get the hush
no,
money
no.
payment to the mistress
I'm
on
just
time.
Well, like when it happened, I thought about it. I was like, man, because this happened to me like 3 weeks
Allegedly.
ago. Like I got a phone call. They're like, hey, you haven't paid your cable bill or your internet bill in like 3 months. I'm like, yeah, you guys don't have me set up on auto pay and I can't log into my account. How much do I owe? And they're like 300. I'm like, oh, fuck. They're like, we're going to shut you off tomorrow if you don't pay today. I'm like, okay, like I'll pay today. Like, don't shut me off, please. Don't. Like, I was all like worried. We've all had that call, or we just had our internet shut off. That's happened. Like, but Vince, I don't think Vince got the call. Vince was just like, forgot to pay his hush money payment. And now he's paying a fucking pretty heavy price for it.
God
Walrad,
almighty.
I look forward to seeing your comment on that one, because that was my takeaway from this whole thing. Make sure you pay child support and hush money payments. Tony, good luck, champ. I'm gonna step away. Look forward to how tomorrow goes and taking that belt off you. But until then,
not
folks,
happening.
appreciate you, love you. I'll look forward to hearing your comments about this whole Vince thing. I'll try to jump in the comments here I'm gonna go play cards with the family. So
All right.
Peace.
deuces.
Well, Tony, is there anything that you want to say about this Vince McMahon conundrum that, I mean, Chicken kind of covered a little bit of the ground. Like, hey, remember to pay them hush money payments, kids. Like that's great life advice. We've all grown.
I don't think it boils down to just that. I think it's striking while the opportunity's there. I think that the original allegations, the original retirement that we knew wasn't going to last, I think that really just kind of opened the floodgates. Somebody just had to have enough of I don't even want to call it a smoking gun. Just a shred of anything really that's concrete enough to really make the allegations. And it's not a matter of it being true. I'm sure it's probably true. That's not the point. The point is somebody had to have the right time and just enough to make a move. And I think that's what this is. I think Triple H was one of the people who didn't really want Vince to come back. And this is a great example of why. Triple H was ready to take the reins, and he knew that, you let Vince back in and more of this shit is just going to follow him back in the door. You let one cat in, the whole fucking neighborhood of alley cats follows in behind it. And that's what this is. And it's happening now after the big TKO merger, and there's a lot of authority and power changing hands right now. And that's why this is happening now. And we're getting into WrestleMania season. So it's timing, and it's having just enough. I'm sure there was plenty of affairs. I'm sure that there was hush money paid. And I don't even know that it's an instance of Vince just forgot to pay her. Is that really what it is? Or is it just...
I'm betting she just decided to go ahead and leak it because, sure, Vince can try and come back on her for the money, but boy, you look like even more shit when you try that.
What's his defense going to be? Well, that's not true. I paid her every penny of that hush money. Oh. Because it doesn't look good when that happens. So, no, I don't think it's a matter of he didn't pay her the hush money. I think it's just she wanted more. So, whatever. And maybe she deserves it. I don't know. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's false. It doesn't matter. The point is, the real story here, the impactful one, this one's going to be permanent. This is not the way.
I don't see how he can come back for, sure, he still owns all that stock, but he's not a majority owner anymore.
It doesn't matter.
All he can really do is tank the TKO stock about 15% in a week if he wants to. Don't get me wrong, that's a bad deal for any company, but I think they can handle it.
That's why this timing is perfect, because Vince isn't necessarily the one in charge, and the authority being shifted around under TKO management. That's why this is perfect timing, because it's not going to kill off TKO or UFC or WWE. All it does is hurt Vince, because he's already been damaged once and he snuck back in. So you knew it was just a matter of time before something else happened.
Apparently Slim Jim's already backed out.
Yep.
Yeah. They're already losing advertisers. So yep. He had to step away, but they forced but they forced him into that. Yeah. The minute Slim Jim dropped out, you knew, like, Vince McMahon, oh no, not Slim Jim. That's been the thing we've built our empire on, is Slim Jim money.
It's not even about the allegations being 100% true or slightly true or whatever. Vince McMahon is no longer a figurehead of WWE. Now, when he retired the first time, we still kind of expected, okay, but is he really retired? And then he came back, and there you go. This feels a lot more concrete, and this is very sudden, and this is probably it. This is it. Vince is done. So now it's, again, the timing. You've got the clean slate of the year, the fresh start, the Royal Rumble. There's no real handcuff to any storylines or crazy fashion model ideas that Vince wants to put on somebody. Just stupid Vince things that he's just so out of touch on the product, because now the product is really going to have to flourish or flounder under management with no Vince McMahon. And that is really interesting, considering the fact that we're right at the height, well, maybe even the backslide, in my opinion, of one of the better told long-term storytellings, with Roman Reigns as a long-term champion heading into WrestleMania. This could really open the door. And again, I think this is another reason I picked Gunther as my number 3. That's a fresh blood talent right there. That's his homegrown star. That's a Triple H guy. This could be a sign of things to come. You could really see a changing of the guard. That's the big story here to me.
Yeah, I mean, the machine is going to keep turning even without Vince. Vince always thought it could never turn without him, but now it truly is. And tomorrow we're going to see it, like one of the biggest shows of the year. Like, Tony, you and I in 2020, little did we know just how special a thing that we were seeing.
Oh,
that was the last Royal Rumble that Pat Patterson and Vince McMahon collaborated on.
Yeah.
And now this is going to be the first Royal Rumble without him at all.
Mm-hmm.
And without any of the old guard. Kevin Dunn is gone. Yep. Vince McMahon is gone. Fuck. I mean, Laurinaitis is gone. The whole does Bruce still have a job? I wouldn't be a bit surprised if he's still hanging on. That motherfucker's a survivor. I can see it. I can see Bruce like, well, they need an advisor. They need a consultant that knows how the old days worked. And so, like, God, can you see it? Bruce is the last fucking man standing. Not even Bruce would have made that call. Okay. Like,
it's wild, because we're in uncharted waters. And I think that's what I'm most excited about heading into tomorrow night's Royal Rumble and down the stretch to WrestleMania. We're really going to see if professional wrestling, as we know it under the WWE banner, is going to change drastically or even be able to thrive. And I think it will.
Well, Tony, tomorrow at Royal Rumble, we'll tell the story.
Well,
so, folks,
on that note, let's wrap this up and remind everybody of what they need to do tomorrow.
As I'm known to say around here, all that being said, thank you for joining us here at the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast for this prediction and preview. But be sure to join us tomorrow for the watch-along of the Royal Rumble. Your King of Extreme is going to get the show started and get the party started for all y'all. And then eventually Tony's going to roll in a little later, but Tony's competing for another belt, so he will be here. But don't worry, folks. You just come for the watch-along here at Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast, KOE Nation on YouTube, Big Buckin' Empire on Facebook, and you will get your all Rumble long coverage, folks. If you're driving, you can't be watching the WWE Network, you just want to listen to it. Me, Phil, KOE, Tony G, and possibly Chicken will be the best radio hosts you could ever hope. So, folks, Trump will win the Royal Rumble. I like where this is going. I like your gusto. But folks, God bless every last one of you. Raise a glass to yourselves, and I hope all of you make it back here happy, healthy, much the wiser. Tony G, take it away.
Yes. Thanks everybody for watching, tuning in, and listening. We've got a lot of interesting possibilities. The Royal Rumble tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be here at the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast on YouTube for our live watch along. Or if you're on Facebook, check us out at the Big Buckin' Empire. We'll be live on there as well, same time. And we'll also be on Twitch on the Big Buckin' Empire, probably the KOE Nation, the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast, all on Twitch. Hell, we're even on D-Live. But make sure you are here with us for the live reaction review of the Royal Rumble tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's going to be fun. It's going to be good. There's a lot of ways I could lose my belt tomorrow night, and if that's the case, so be it. And I'll just have to
Right
win
here.
it back at Mania, which is fine by
No.
me. It'll be me finishing my story to become a 16-time champion. But right now, I'm a 15-time, and I plan on keeping this belt, and I plan on defending it successfully tomorrow night, and you will have to join us to see it. Folks, I'm excited. We're here. Road to WrestleMania. Please be here with us. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you tomorrow night.
Peace, y'all.